with us, and she's graciously offered to sing us the Macy song when we're done. So we'll do it.
Sharing their story, but from my story. It's amazing how things come together. So I was invited to be part of the book launch in Thunder Bay, and I was in the process of making a new skirt at that time, and I was immediately drawn that I needed to put the golden eagle and the bald eagle feathers on my skirt. And then of course there's a thunderbird. So again, all these things are in the book. And the reason I wanted these particular feathers and the thunderbird on this skirt is because of my experiences with these birds. As a water walker, I've been experiencing a lot of amazing things. This past summer, and she was talking about the Kaminista River, you know, and then the swing bridge. And then one of the reasons I do my water walks in the Thunder Bay area for the Lovely Rivers is to honor the 7 fallen feathers, the youth that have drowned in our rivers. I was called to the water in 2017, and then I had to start these water walks. So this year, this past summer, when I was doing the Kaminista River walk, this is the first time ever that we transferred from land to water on the second day of our walk. And during that time, there was 2 eagles on this side of the river. And at that particular time, because the week prior when we were doing the walk, we had to do a touchdown at the Fort Historical Park because the Thunderbirds showed themselves and appeared. So I honored Thunderbirds, and then we were waiting for the Thunderbirds to leave so that we could transfer from now back up from the land again, this time getting into canoes, because before we were in a raft. But the Thunderbirds didn't want to leave, and so normally we would just transfer and start walking, but then I looked up and I saw some eagles flying too. And I thought, that's weird, because they don't usually fly the same time as the Thunderbirds. And so I took that as a sign that it was time for us, that we could just end our walk there and finish our ceremony. So that's what we did. But the following week, I got a call from our economic development officer because 2 days after we walked down Silver Falls Road, doing our Kaminista River walk the first day, 2 days after we walked by a grandfather archaeology find was found. Beautiful grandfather on the natural floodways of the Kaminista River. And that grandfather needed to find a way to reach out to me to get me to bring him to our community to help bring healing. So I knew I was going to be going back into ceremony the following week. So I went and picked up the grandfather. We went back on the river and we were delivering the grandfather, but we were also in water ceremony. And as we were approaching our community to deliver the grandfather to our community to bring healing, there was 2 eagles on the side of the river, and one flew over to the other side, so that when we passed, there was one on each side of us to welcome us into the community, to make that transition and opening that door for us. It was so powerful. And so then we delivered the grandfather. And then after I got home that day is when our chief announced a state of emergency for our community. And so it just, enforced that that's why the grandfather was reached out, found a way to get there, get to our community, to try and bring healing to our community. So that is the experiences with the eagles and the Thunderbird. But this past summer, I walked around Lake Huron. This is my first big water walk. So when we were when I shared that with grandmother Josephine, his husband, that we were going to be walking the Lake Huron walk this year, and he said, "Oh, my late wife had a really bad experience during that time. A lot of racism and that was in 2005, when the last time they walked around Lake Huron. And I said, well, that was in 2005, and I don't think it'll be that bad. Sadly, it was. The very first day, I ran into some racist people, and one particular situation really hurt. And because I was parked on a driveway, but on the culvert. I was actually close to the main road, but I backed into the culvert because I'm waiting for the other walkers to come so that we could take the pass and carry on. And I thought, well, this should be safe because there was a good green space there. There was no house to be seen, but yes, there were signs that said no trespassing. But I thought, well, this should be okay. I wasn't parked there very long, and all of a sudden this car comes barreling out, pulls up beside me on the driver's side, and he starts cursing at me and saying, don't you see? There's no trespassing signs, and they say no blah 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 trespassing. And I said, well, I don't think they exactly say that, but I'm on the culvert. That's not really your property. Well, I paid for that. And he says, if you want somewhere to park, there's a dump down the road. And that was really hit me hard in the heart for so many reasons, so many implications there, right? As many of our women who are found in land at dumps and land claims, or land claims, dumps and landfill sites, and he's implying that this is the only place that we should be. So that really, really hurt. I had to go take my care of myself and smudge, and then I'm thinking like, geez, this is only the first day of the walk. I got 29 days to go. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But then when we were leaving, now in Wikwemicon, we were leaving with Wiki, and we were at that 10-mile area, and I'm driving with another walker, and all of a sudden this huge golden eagle flew up to my vehicle, to the passenger side, with his wings out like this, and he was huge. I'd never seen a golden eagle in my life, but wasn't that huge, and his wings are out like this, and he goes like this. Like two big hugs, and then backed off. And it was so, to me, that was like a big sign, a big hug that I needed, and a message that, that we're doing good. And those were his way of saying miigwech to us for these water walks that we do. And so that's why I needed to have all those three birds on my skirt. So miigwech for allowing me to share that little story with you. So now I'm going to share the Legacy Yawning song with you. And because it's an honor song, if you wouldn't mind standing, please. And then I'm going to explain, so there's a rapid beat at the beginning, and that signifies the eagle coming in for a landing to pick up our prayers. And then I'll sing the song, and what the song translates to is I heard the eagle, I saw the eagle, I go with the eagle, and I honor the eagle. And then there's another rapid beat at the end, and that's the eagle taking off to take our prayers up to Creator.